Hopton incline at 1 in 14 had the distinction of being the steepest adhesion-worked incline in Britain. When built, the grade had in fact been worked by ropes from a stationary engine. This was removed in 1877. The grade did in fact vary over 457 yards, starting at 1 in 60 and steepening to 1 in 30 and then 1 in 20. The final 200 yards of the grade were at an incredible 1 in 14. A speed limit of 40 miles an hour was placed at the bottom of the incline. This was to prevent the repetition of an accident in 1937, when a locomotive making a run at the grade damaged the track and left the rails, resulting in the death of the driver.
Hello Nick, welcome to the MCC. I'm Glyn Williams, the Local Operations Manager.
Pleased to meet you, Glyn. Glyn, this centre here in Derby is going to become one of 12 railway operating centres across the whole country in a couple of years. Could you just explain how it differs from the old power signal box technology and how it's graduated through to what we see today?
Yeah, sure. We're changing now from the power boxes, which were initially entry and exit signal boxes. So this is now going to become WestCAD, where the signallers are a sit-down location and they operate signals by a trackable and also keyboard commands. So in that effect, it changes. Also, they're going to be using VDUs as opposed to traditionally the power box signallers. They stand up and operate by pressing the entry and exit buttons. This in effect is cross-aired, where they're using roller balls to signal trains. The same principle really.
The largest signal box in the world now, and I can fully understand why. Walking the length of the box provides some real exercise. No wonder they need 2 signallers during the day shift. There are a lot of levers to work. Standing here in 2013, one could almost imagine a manor coming off the Cambrian line and about to depart for Wolverhampton. There is virtually nothing at first glance that suggests anything other than this is a Victorian steam age signal box. So different from the atmosphere at Derby, which, incredibly efficient though it was so quiet. You could never have imagined you were anywhere other than a modern state-of-the-art box there. Paul is one of the 2 signallers on duty today. He's been working on the railway for 33 years.
that work off the handles. But downstairs we have the electrical interlocking, and this is just an example of how it would have been done in BR days, as far back as the British Rail and the LMS.
Yes.
What we have is traditional shelf-type relays, which are now going out of date,
Yeah.
and being replaced by plug-in relays. And then we just have our traditional power supplies. In our signal box, this is the negative bus bar and the positive bus bar.
Oh yes.
So everything's fused, so every circuit has a fuse in it.
Yeah.
And then we have a few small modern control relays, just to give us that extra bit of control that various other things didn't have. You can just hear various things there operating in the distance. As I mentioned, the token machine, one of the problems we have with the token machine is getting gear to work with it nowadays. The control relay for the signal release, you can't get hold of one of those for love nor money.
No.
So we've had to use some of the old technology and reinvent it to get to do the job. And this is based on a southern principle, using a track relay and an old China resistor to do the exactly same job as a modern relay would do.
God. Now, Dominic, how would you like to maintain this lot? It's the interlocking room at Shrewsbury Severn Bridge Junction. In fact, it's the reason the box is so tall.